G'day Brucers, 30-something gamer here, and welcome to the first edition of Eorzean Bytes for 2022. A little bit late on the news, as unfortunately I have been recovering from a pretty nasty flu, thankfully not COVID, and I have the test to prove it, but better late than never, so let's get into it. January has been full of news for Final Fantasy XIV, the latest patch, 6.08, bringing job changes, new data centers, and for those people out there who have been stuck waiting to purchase the game, as of the 25th, you can now buy Final Fantasy XIV again. So for those of you who've been hanging out just dying to play Endwalker, it's finally here, so get cracking. Now in typical Yoshi P style, the job changes seem to be centered around bringing up some of the weaker classes rather than nerfing stronger ones. Pretty common theme for the Final Fantasy XIV development team, with a number of classes such as Paladin, Dragoon, Ninja, Samurai, Dancer, and a few others getting some tweaks just to try and bring them up to speed. So I will leave a link in the description below and you can have a look and see what's changed for you. Also, we have the news that as of the 25th of January, which was yesterday for me, that Final Fantasy XIV was back on sale. So whether you're going to purchase it through Steam or the Final Fantasy XIV store, feel free to head on over and pick yourself up a copy. Can honestly say that Endwalker, worth the purchase 100 times over. If you're a little confused as to how to go about purchasing or registering your game, feel free to check out one of my guides. And while those guides were made for the purpose of purchasing Shadowbringers, they should work just as well to help you get your hands on Endwalker. Lastly, the news that all us Downunderverse dwelling players have been waiting for is the opening of the new data center materia for Oceania. This will include 5 new worlds, named Bismarck, Ravana, Sephiroth, Sophia, and Zavan. Players with existing characters can transfer to any of these servers for free, and those characters will receive a double EXP bonus up to level 80 for any of their jobs that haven't already reached it, which is valid for 90 days, and 10 gold chocobo feathers, which can be handed in for some unique items. If you own an estate or an apartment, you cannot transfer that with your character. You will get reimbursed some gil, but you won't get market value. So if you choose to turn around and sell it privately, just be careful. But that might be the only way you can get the value that you've put into it. For those of you wanting to start fresh and creating a new character on these servers on that new data center, you'll also receive that double EXP bonus up until level 80, and then 10 silver chocobo feathers, which will also net you some pretty cool unique items. Once you hit level 30 with that new character on any class, you'll be rewarded with a 1 million gil and 15 days of free subscription time as a welcome to the server. Be aware though that you can only do this for one character, as these are limited to 1 per account, so no leveling a bunch of newbies and racking up a bunch of free time at Square Enix's expense. So, in spite of the somewhat rough launch for Endwalker, the team at Square have turned around and delivered a great patch with a new data center and new worlds for players to jump in, which will definitely go a long way towards alleviating that server congestion. And finally, we can go back to complaining about things other than server instability, like a warrior soloing Pandemonium Asphodelos, which is just insane. And if you get the time, go watch the video. It is incredible. So Brucers, if you found any of this information informative or helpful, please hit that like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And as always, I will see you in the next one.